Well, so this is gonna be a quick entry. Um, well, today was a turning point because for the first time on my life, was getting ready for uh the ayahuasca trip. So essentially, I know this guy that does ayahuasca, and he's been doing that in his house for a few months now. And he invites me essentially every month, but I sort of turn away. But this month I was a bit curious, and just as I was a bit curious, he messages me to let me know he's gonna be doing it Saturday. So here we are on a Friday, and I already paid him. So a couple of red flags, by the way. So long story short, the guy is, I don't know how trustworthy he is, you know, and while I do trust him somewhat, he's not a complete stranger. I don't necessarily, trust him 100% either. So it's like, uh, I was throughout the day just very anxious, thinking of all the bad things that can happen while on a trip. I hear a lot of stories of people who go, through the trips and they never come back. And those are very far in between. But if that's a possibility, it's something I'd rather not take. And I've just, been thinking a lot with myself. So the first thing is, I want to take ayahuasca for essentially as a tool to help me improve my life. But here's the thing though, can't I just do it without it? Because it's like, what I realize is I want to be more open. I want to be more honest, more spontaneous, and I want to be more assertive in life. Those are all things I need to do. I need to be more assertive. I need to be more spontaneous. I need to let go of fear and anxiety. And I need to get in touch with myself. But those are all things I can do with meditation, for example. I can meditate to get in touch with myself. I can go to therapy if I want to overcome certain things, certain traumas. And ultimately, I think that ayahuasca is like a very big step. So that's mostly the reason why I decided to just cancel. Now, another thing is the fact that I messaged the guy, and from what I understand, I did a little bit of research on the internet. It needs to be a place that's secure. It needs to be it needs to be somewhere that is regulated, Usually, you're going to have a whole bunch of people, administering the thing. And there, it seems it's going to be just him. And originally I was thinking that there were going to be like 5 or at least 5 people, but no, it's like he said it's going to be me and someone else. And I'm like, okay, who is this person? It could even be his wife, for all I know. If it's going to be in his house, it could be his wife. And I'm the only one there, and I'm the only one paying to be there. So here I am, very conflicted. So the first red flag was the price, because I've seen people saying that you can go for free, you can take it for free in some places. Second red flag. No screening was done beforehand. He didn't do like any sort of screening at all. He just messaged me. I replied, and then he gave me, the link to do the payment, which now looking back in retrospect, was a very dumb thing I did. I mean, not that I think he would scam me necessarily. If anything, I live very close to him. My brother and father go to his barbershop regularly, and so do I sometimes, because I haven't been cutting my hair lately. But the guy could, if you want, potentially, who knows how the story's going to end. He could just scam me, take my money and run away. I don't think he will. I hope not. But anyway, so it's going to be him, me, supposedly, if I go, and someone else. Which is, I was actually expecting more people. I would feel more safe if there were more people, as counterintuitive as it may sound, because I hear some people prefer to do it alone, and I'm like, nah, bro, I'd rather be it with, a bunch of people, at least a group of, say, 3 people. 3 more people plus me would be enough, at least for me to feel more comfortable. But no, it's me, him, someone else. Third red flag is the guy is very out there. Very out there. Now, that is both a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because he seems to understand the importance of the medicine in the sense of the shamanic religions that practice it. And that seems to be how he was introduced to it as well. But the problem is, he's very out there, very out there. And I don't think, because here's the thing, though, if I go there and have a bad trip and end up having a psychotic breakdown, he is not going to have the structure to help me out. And that is the problem. If I have a psychotic breakdown, who's going to help me, So a compilation of red flags, plus the fact that I just don't feel secure, and I'm already very scared, combined, allow me to come to the realization that maybe I shouldn't do it. And now it's going to be a matter of just telling him, letting him know, and going back. So anyway, I think that the message is, I'll be very open. I've been a bit suicidal lately. I've just been thinking of ending it, and I noticed that those feelings come when I feel alone. And when that happens, I feel very suicidal, to the point where I would not be very concerned if I just did something very dangerous and risky. But actually, ever since yesterday, I began to realize that my biggest fear from the ayahuasca is my family. What if I go crazy? What if I never be the same person again? And not necessarily in a good way, What if because my father, for example, I didn't tell him anything about it. My mom knows, my siblings know, but not my dad. So what if he just goes to work and the next day he comes home and I'm like nuts? I don't want that. I don't want, and that's interesting because, like, in the search of a spiritual awakening, I awakened spiritually to the realization that actually, you know, I need to take care of myself. And it's like it's the stuff people see doing ayahuasca. It's like they see like that they need to take care of themselves, that they need to love themselves, that they need to, you know, love their families. And it's like that's what I'm doing. So it's like in the end of the day, do I still want to try it? Yes, I do. I would be lying if I said I didn't. But I think there are steps I can probably take before there. One of them being I just want to get in touch with myself spiritually, do therapy, and most importantly as well, and just, develop my sense of spirituality. And as I do this, perhaps in the future I will take ayahuasca, but most likely it will be in a much safer place with more people and more structure. I feel bad that I have to do this, but I will just cancel, I'm sorry. I hope he gives my money back and it doesn't become a headache. Well, that's it for this entry. Today is July of, no, it's the 7th of June of 2024. And there was this entry. See ya.